So you guys were I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that, and when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. Crazy Cat Lady Gamer Reviewer or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment purposes.
Hi everybody, Martha here, and holy cow! What an episode of Stargirl, episode 10, Brain Rig Juniors. Sorry if you hear any sounds outside, the dumpster man's picking up the skin of the trash, so... Anyway, this was a hell of an episode. So, when we left off, Barbara found out that about the staff there, and so they explained. But at the beginning of the episode, they showed how Pat and Barbara met. They were both eating at a diner in Star Blue Valley right before closing time. They split together, and they end up falling in love. So basically, Barbara is confused. Not doesn't know if she can trust Pat, and she doesn't know which. She thinks that he brainwashed her daughter Courtney, but really, if she was paying attention, she would know a lot of things that's been going around was Courtney's fault. Lately, he told her that the whole her car accident thing was a lie to cover up her cuts on her hands. So they almost he tells her tells Pat to go and sleep at the garage, and that's what he does. His son goes with him, and this is like the first time I feel sorry for him because he's clearly clueless. Before he is a little he's a boy, he's being a little kid, probably a 13-year-old, being rude. But this is one time where I actually feel sorry for the kid because he has no idea what's going on, and nobody's telling him what's going on. So, yeah. He thinks that his sister doesn't never want to be his sister, so, yeah. Anyway, Rainwave wakes up, and for a while he doesn't know that what's going on because he forgot like 10 years has passed, and the last thing he's back, his mind's back to the time right when his wife, the day his wife died. And Henry thinks he might have his dad back to the way it was before everything happened. But Jordan takes him away after he wants Henry watches the last tape was his 32,033 day. How many tapes did this guy make? Where his wife's dead. Henry thinks that Jordan kills his mom, but we find out that Henry's mom, Mary, with an I, is Starman's sister. So if Courtney's right, that makes them cousins. But we still don't know if he's right or not. Barbara says that Starman's not his mom, so I don't know. And Barbara goes back to work and finds out that she translates what Jordan's parents were saying because they came and gave her some food, and they translate what his parents were saying from Norwegian on the phone because he recorded what they said, so she can translate it with Google Translate or whatever. And it said I can see why Jordan likes him, but it doesn't matter because the machine will be ready soon. So and Pat doesn't know what that means. So everybody goes downstairs, and the staff and is getting captured by Jordan too. The staff goes and tries to talk to Courtney, but Courtney says we can't do this right now. So staff goes look at Jordan's picture, tries to go after him by himself, but gets frozen and gets captured, and they take Brainwave and the staff down to the underground of the city, and Courtney goes and finds Henry, and they explain everything that's going on to Yolanda and the others, and Yolanda has every right to be mad at Courtney because she recruited somebody that she thinks that did a lot of bad things to her, and she's kind of right. It's really with Cindy that did that bad thing to her, but he did show her to two or three of his friends. So Cindy did the her school, but she doesn't know the whole time about Cindy. She thinks that Henry did that to her school. So she has every right to be angry with Henry, and she says we're no longer friends, but I want to keep you safe still. So they all go down on the ground and go and get Brainwave and the staff, and they end up fighting Dragon King's and his minions, and we see Dragon King's face, and man, a little creepy, but okay. And they already get the staff back. Rick does something almost does something very, very stupid, and tries to release Solomon Grundy. Luckily, he does not do it, because last thing we need is that guy running around doing stuff. There's a reason why he's behind that cage. Keep him behind that cage. I want to know how good he looks, but keep behind him behind that cage. So anyway, so they end up escaping for bars, but only Rick moves some bars and everybody gets through there. Henry moves Courtney because Brainwave is right there trying to hurt her and trying to stop them from escaping, but Henry does not get through the bars. Henry finds out that Jordan did not kill his mom. His dad killed his mom. So, because Mary was holding him back. So, and now he did the same bad thing to poor Henry. He smashed a bunch of rocks on top of poor Henry. No, come on, Henry did bad things. A lot of you about bad things, but he didn't deserve to have that happen to him. So, and he said, I was wrong, Courtney. People are not monsters. Don't let this happen change that. So, yeah. A lot happened, and so this episode did deserve to get named after Henry, because it was called Brainwave Jr. So it deserved, because this is the episode that he died in. Man, this show can be dark. This is the second time we watched a kid die in the show. Okay? Man, and we actually had to watch it this time. Unlike with Johnny, we did not see the car hit Johnny. We saw the rocks hit Henry. Man! So, anyway, this was, wow. I almost cried when I saw that happen. Because I don't like watching kids die. So, anyway, our teenagers die. So, this episode was great. I loved it. Next time, I do see why some people don't like Courtney, because she goes and does things without asking people stuff, but she doesn't always win. I've seen her lose how many times in this show? 3 times. Counting this time. This is a loss because she lost a friend. That first time she lost a friend. So, and I think the middle time was, well, actually 4 times, because she lost twice to Cindy. So yeah, she doesn't always win. So I'm gonna give this episode a 10 out of 10. Sully! What do you give it, Sully? I give it over pass. My tail. No more kids dying in the show. I really hope not, buddy. I'll see you guys later. Like, share, and subscribe. And I think Yolanda forgave Henry for what he did. Oh, I don't know. Maybe not. I'll see you guys later.